Financial security with Bright Horizon Wealth. Hi, I'm Sunny Mitra, founder of Bright Horizon Wealth. We teach entrepreneurs and go-getters like you how to own your financial future with the concept of infinite banking. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every Sunday and Thursday we come out with brand new videos. Stay tuned to the end of the video to get a valuable tool today that will bring your financial freedom faster than anything else. So today's topic is financial security with Bright Horizon Wealth. There is a website called marketwatch.com. This website is owned by Dow Jones and Company. In other words, it's coming right out of the Wall Street. This article was based on a survey done by CFSIR on more than 5,000 Americans. Even though the article is old, published on November 16, 2018, even in 2020, its real implications cannot be denied. So the title of the article is "The True State of Americans' Financial Lives." Only 3 in 10 are financially healthy. Then the writer named Carrie Paul starts the article like this: unemployment is at a 48-year low. So why are only 28% of Americans considered financially healthy? Then she goes on to say some 42% of Americans have no retirement savings at all. Or how about this one? The finances of Americans may not be as good as they look from the outside. After reading the article, immediately 2 questions popped up in my mind: why and how. Why is 2/3 of the American population financially crippled? How to solve that? Those of you who have seen my previous videos know it by now that I've been with the banking and insurance industry for the last 30 years, which gave me an opportunity to see most of the tricks and techniques that our financial gurus and the banks teach us about, which simply just doesn't work out in real life. And the most recent and burning example is the Dow Jones plummeting to 21,000 points from 29,000 points in a matter of weeks, just for the fear of coronavirus. I'll give you 2 examples. Whenever it comes to investment, where do they all ask you to invest your hard-earned money? In the stock market, right? And which right away raises the question, is it safe? Is there any risk involved in it? Do I get any guaranteed return? And to all these above questions can be answered in just 2 letters: no. And this big no was simply haunting me for my whole life. I tried personally so many different investments, whether it's in the stock market, precious metals, real estate, and finally annuities. And to be honest with you, I found a hole in all those investment vehicles. It surprised me when I saw that even a fixed index annuity, which pundits talking very big about, is really not safe enough. Even though they said things like zero is your hero in this annuity, in the practical world it doesn't work like that. Let me give you an example. A client of mine bought a $100,000 annuity from me, and the company told me that historically it is making 7% to 10%. And there is no way that the client can lose the money, because the basic theory of an annuity is when the market goes up, you make more money, but when the market goes down, you don't lose any. So I asked my client, what is your objective of this annuity? What is your future goal? And she said, to get an income when I retire. I said, that's very good. So she bought this annuity, and it has an income rider which charges her 1.25% each year, irrespective of the annuity makes any money or not. And at the end of the first year, this is what happened. The interest credited in her account was $749, but the rider fee that she had to pay was $1,250. In other words, the account had lost $501. To put the long story short, she had only $99,499 in her account. How do you think I felt? I was embarrassed. Even though the contract was for 10 years, but it had a return of premium rider which said that she can take out 100% of her money anytime she wants without paying any penalty. I advised her to take the money out and run. Of course, if I don't say the good side of this annuity, it will be injustice. Whenever someone needed an immediate income, say like from next month or next year, there is nothing like these annuities, and from that moment I said I need to find something which gives a guaranteed rate of return, and thus the search began. And it culminated into IBC, which is a short form of infinite banking concept. More I got into it, more I loved it. And finally, it became a mission of my life to spread the word around to as many people as I can reach out before I die. And that was basically my reason to change the gear from offline marketing to online marketing, and instead of my old and regular marketing vehicles like newspaper ads, which I was doing for the last 10 years, radio program, direct response mailer, to name a few, I got into publishing 2 videos every week on YouTube, writing my blog articles on medium.com, and pretty soon you will also see me doing podcasting. Everybody told me this is the only way I can get people to know about infinite banking. And how do we do this? Through the infinite banking concept. It's all about using a whole life insurance policy to create your own banking system so that you can leverage the cash value inside that policy and finance your lifestyle as opposed to going to the banks. So you can keep all of that principal and interest for yourself every single year. So to sum it up in simple terms, these are the 2 things inside infinite banking that solves our problem of becoming financially healthy. Number 1, we already talked about before that you got to have a vehicle that pays you a guaranteed and healthy rate of return, not like your bank CD which hardly pays 1% or 2%, which has a tax benefit and which you control, not the bank or Uncle Sam. And number 2 is the biggest problem that infinite banking solves like nothing else is it helps you recapture and reinvest all your money. What do I mean by that? One of the basic reasons for most of us hurting so much financially is that we pay those banks more in interest every month than we really save money in that month. So if we could just save that money which is going out of our portfolio every month in the form of interest to those banks for our home, auto, student and credit card loans, recapture them and invest in our own banking system, that alone can pave the way for you to become financially healthy. And that is what Bright Horizon Wealth does. I only give people an advice that I'll feel comfortable giving it to my own mother. And so, as the title of this video says, financial security with Bright Horizon Wealth, that is the reason people come to us, to find something unconventional but practical, something which offers a guarantee and not speculating with our hard-earned money as it's happening with the stock market right now. So that's about it for today. Now I have a question for you. What is the one thing you got from this video today? Please let us know in the comment section. It will help us improve our message. Thank you for watching our video today. If you want to learn more about it, check out our free on-demand masterclass which explains it in a more in-depth setting. Please give us a like, subscribe and share it with your family. Check out our next video called Debt plus Coronavirus equals Disaster, where I'll dig deeper into this current burning topic and give you a tool based on which you can decide your path. And don't forget to own your financial future or someone else will.